Welcome to Rauta's Thrash Metal Reviews. This time we go straight away to Greece with a band called Dreamlord. Now I know this band name actually sounds like a power metal band, maybe heavy metal even, but this is actually traditional thrash metal in the vein of 1980s, 1990s. And considering that the band was actually started in 1995, it is quite interesting fact to say that this is the band's second album so far. Now the band was on hiatus from 2001 to 2003, and the actual self-titled debut album came out in 2007, so the band is not the most active one out there. 12 years to release their first one, another 12 years to release the second one. So now in early 2020, it's more than 25 years since the band was created. So I don't know if this pace is gonna last, because that would mean the next one would be around 2020, 2031 or something like that. Anyhow, here it is, No Remorse Records releasing this particular album. Now, only a couple of guys in the band are basically the old members from the 90s, and the rest are somewhat newer. But never mind that, this is very, very much the old school thrash metal. And I think you can pretty much also see it on the cover. This is very much like kind of a thrash metal societal status kind of a thing. That is, we're talking about money, we're talking about war, we're talking about politics and all that stuff. So that's where Dreamlord kind of stands. And you can actually hear that if you're listening to the music, even without reading the lyrics, you can kind of get this feeling that this is the thrash metal in the traditional way. Not singing about corpses and fictional topics so much maybe, but more like being kind of the deliverers of societal messages or something. I didn't have the time to take a deeper look into the lyrics, so what do I know? I might be totally mistaken. I'm just going to talk about the music here and leave the lyrics reading part to you, dear audience. And this is very, very much like traditional thrash metal in so many ways. The first and foremost you might actually pay attention are the vocals. They are kinda, I wouldn't go as far maybe to say unique, but they are kind of original, and they remind me a lot of violent style Sean Killian, which is a compliment, by the way, because now it seems so many bands are just copying the style from one another, and this is especially happening with death metal, where the growly parts are so much like bulk stuff. That is, you wouldn't actually make difference between most of those growlers anyway. And the same thing is pretty much happening in black metal. But when we go towards more cleaner side, especially with heavy metal and even thrash metal, you start to have these unique styles, how the vocals are done. And I think Dreamlord is actually doing very nice in that department. Also, some of those riffs are very much paying homage to 1980s and even early 90s thrash riffs, which is then again very nice and pleasing to listen to. However, the problematic parts on this album are the ones that it's not all the way that much of a groove. It's not always kind of hit material. And in fact, there is too much of those parts which are just quite okay, but nothing better than that. And I find like Dreamlord is not yet ready to tap into their potential, not fully anyway, because they have these nice riffs, they have pretty okay production as well, and they have these cool vocalists, but they are not really killing it. So it seems like they're just still developing their style, which is quite a lot to say considering that the band has been there for 24 years. But if you take into account that this is still their second album, and usually the second album comes out within 2, 3, max 5 years since the band is created, founded, and so forth. So usually the band is, stepping up with their game, and by the third or fourth album, the band is really ready to kill. But I don't know, if we have to wait another 12 years, and then another 12 years for the fourth album, it's gonna be like this band is retired before they actually reach their full potential and their powerful ways to play thrash metal. I mean, I really like traditional thrash metal, and I kind of hope this band would be better. This is something like an album I wish I could like even more, because I like the style and I like some parts very, very much. So this could have been a kick-ass MCD, but as a full album, I'm not so much convinced. It has definitely some nice ideas, but there is too much, some slack, which I would like to see removed. Anyway, despite my slight negativity here, I'm still waiting for this band to come back. Let's just hope it happens within 2 or 3 years and we don't have to just wait these guys to retire. Anyway, if you're a thrash fan, go check out this band either live or just the links provided. Thank you for watching. Take care.